This is my TV now. It's 201 inches, fits in my pocket, and also works in bright environments. But while the RayNeo Air 3S Pro glasses are very impressive, there are a few things you need to know before you buy. I mean, I gotta be honest, I did spend the last week playing video games, watching movies, and even working on these glasses. And of course, they are an upgrade over the last year's ones, but they are not perfect. So let's talk about the good stuff first. So let's do a little unboxing. Unboxings are amazing and also boring at the same time. So you wanna see what's inside the box before you buy them. So I'm gonna do it really quick. This is the case, you can carry the glasses in. The glass is already inside of here. There's a box inside the box. What you get here is you get your manual, which we don't need because we're too clever for this. Then you get your extra nose tips there. Then you get your prescription lenses here because some people need glasses, including me for my left eye. But yeah, I'm not gonna use them. And then you have the case. It's a cloth case. It's really nice feeling. And then you have a button here. And then inside there are the glasses. And then we have a USB cable. That's unboxing. Let's see how the glasses are. How about the build quality? So it's all made out of plastic, as you can see here. All around is made out of plastic. I can open it up and it's still pretty sturdy. I would say the plastic is comfortable when you're wearing it on your ears. I wouldn't want it to be metal there because it would be cold. You have your nose tips here, which are rubber, so they are quite comfortable. So it does look like sunglasses. They are a bit thicker. So you have two dials right here, one for volume and the other one is for brightness. And also you have an option button here which you can change the color modes. Also, I gotta tell you about the front here is a fingerprint magnet. As you can see here, you can see it gathers fingerprints quite quickly, to be honest. Look, so like I already mentioned, they did have one last year which had 650 nits of brightness, and this one that we have now has 1200 nits of brightness. But does that really make a difference? Well, I'll tell you, it does make a difference when it's a bright environment. So if you're in direct sunlight or if you have a light in the room that is bothering you, when you're wearing this, you will see this screen really clearly and the colors will still be punchy. So they do have color modes for your movies, your games and whatnot. But I gotta tell you something about the brightness. The screen is a bit too intense and bright when it is in a dark room. So if you're in a dark room, I do advise you to dial down the brightness a little bit. So they did improve the lenses a little bit. So you do have now 15% less glare. So it does increase color purity and also makes it a little bit more immersive. So there is still the soft edges kind of problem where you have when you move your head around a lot. It's a common problem with AR glasses, but it's not really a deal breaker. You get used to it just after using them for a little bit. So they do come with 4 speakers for spatial audio, and they're quite amazing, to be honest, and you can hear everything very clearly, but also people next to you can hear what you're hearing. So they did add something called whisper mode, will make it a little bit more quiet, but people next to you will not hear anything at all. So the speakers are still outside your ear, so they are not like your over-the-ear headphones, so the bass will feel a little bit less, making action scenes and gaming just has a little bit less impact. But overall, the speaker experience is B+. So there's one thing that's really important about AR glasses they should know before buying, which is the weight of the glasses. This weighs 76 grams, which is really light. Of course, you can watch a full movie comfortably. But I gotta tell you, I did wear them for a gaming session that lasted me 4 hours. I would say the weight on my nose from the nose pad was something I was feeling most of the time. So they did kind of pinch my nose a little bit down here, and I started to feel them in the middle of the gaming session. So for a longer than 2 hours, I would say take a break. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something there that you need to know before you purchase. So how does this screen actually feel? There's a lot of people who say it does feel like you're holding a tablet right in front of your face. But to me, to be honest, it does feel like a huge screen right in front of you. It's quite amazing, and it's also OLED, so it's an OLED screen. The contrast is quite high, so you will see the colors really punchy, and also there are 120 hertz. So just like my monitor right there, 120 hertz for gaming is quite amazing for glasses this small, and you get the huge screen right in front of you. So you're probably wondering, is it really gonna look like sunglasses when you wear them outside, or could you get away with it? Of course, you can see there's a wire right here sticking out. Of course, you need to connect it to your phone to see your content. You can hide it in your shirt. I mean, the glasses don't fully look like sunglasses, but I mean, most people probably wouldn't know. So can other people actually see what you're watching if you're watching something you don't want somebody to see or something? Not so much, no. So is it really worth it over last year's glasses? So you get double the brightness, more color modes, better glare control, and also richer colors. So the biggest advantage in getting AR glasses in general and the RayNeo 3S Pro in particular is having the pocketable TV with you most of the time. So you can connect it to your Xbox, you can connect it to your PS5, you can connect it to Asus or Ally just via USB-C, and also you can connect it to your Samsung phone and you get a full desktop experience in front of your face, and also you can connect to your laptop and work on a bigger screen. And it's even compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2 and even the old Nintendo Switch. You can take on flights, on long trips, it's good for hotels, it's good for traveling, but if your use case was only to use it at home and you have a decent sized TV, I would say probably you wouldn't need them, but for the other use cases, it's definitely a buy. So the RayNeo Air 3S Pro, worth it? In my book, definitely worth it. You get brighter screen, punchier colors, and anti-glare on the screen, which is quite amazing. But if you're using it inside, stick with last year's model in my opinion. So the RayNeo Air 3S Pro, TA Tech approved. Thank you so much for watching this video. I work very hard on these videos. I actually do spend so much time with the product before I give you my final verdict. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, subscribe, and peace.